everyone. Do you know why most people can stay on a diet long enough to settle an ideal and healthy weight for the rest of their life? And I've seen so many people embracing a new healthy lifestyle, especially this time of the year, but I've seen more quitting after not so long. Do you know that 95% of the people fail on a diet, and after 1 year they have gained back everything they've lost? And the 5% of the people who succeed, they're actually conducting a miserable lifestyle. And why is that? Because diet, as we know, is not sustainable in the long term. Why? Because diets deprive, restricts, and for the happiness of the diet industry, which is a multi-millionaire business, you will be a never returning client. Eating small meals several times a day, cutting all dietary healthy fat, or lowering our calorie intake to the starvation is not the answer at all. This is what we've been taught in the last decades. In fact, we are the sons of the low-fat generation, but the result has been disastrous. The obesity rise has become a global pandemic. We have to admit it. Not only obesity, guys. I mean, every single person, or almost every single person, has excess fat that they want to get rid of, and almost everyone tried at least once with small or no success at all. There are many lifestyles nowadays that they don't deserve to be called diets because they are more sustainable in the longer terms. Just to name few of them, you probably heard about it: paleo lifestyle, keto, ketogenic diet. They seems to work better for many of us, because actually they are not based on counting calories. But what I wanted to tell you, or what I want to advise you, is that if you don't stick to nature, there is plenty of room to mess up, even with those one. And I wanted to do something. I wanted to open your cupboard and fridge, and I want you to notice how many tins, plastic containers, jars, boxes you can look at, and how much processed and manufactured food you actually are eating. Food which its shape is so far away from the food Mother Nature has intended to us. This is the first problem I want to address, and on top of it we have based our diet on grains and wheat mainly. And if you notice, every bite you have throughout the day, it mainly contains grain and added sugar under many forms, not to mention nitrates and preservatives, and the list go on and on. Now, there is a better way to nourish ourselves, guys, and the best way is to stay as close to nature as possible, being naturally slim without counting calories. In fact, our ancestors didn't used to count calories, although their diet was based mainly on fat, moderate proteins, lots of fiber from seeds and roots. They were eating basically only what nature used to give them, and they were having the right amount of nutrients throughout their diet. They couldn't store, and they didn't have access to food all day long, 24 hours, like we are nowadays. And next time you eat, guys, I don't want you to eat like our ancestors used to eat, like mimic their diet, but at least I want you to follow this simple rule. The food you choose to eat, does it come from a tree? Does it come from a forest? Does it come from a field or an animal in its original form? This is important. It must be in its whole form. Because if the answer is not, then you're eating the usual processed, manufactured and man-made food, which is high in carbs, sugar and all the nasty stuff that I've mentioned before. Try to use this rule alone. Choose whole food, stay as close to nature as possible, and I'm sure you will lose a few pounds over the next few weeks, only by this adjustment. If you want to know more about this, just subscribe my channel, put a like on this video, comment if you want to know something in particular. I will post more video where I will talk about fats, carbs, fibers, and how to eat, when to eat, and I will talk about these new diets that are very famous nowadays. They seem to work, and I will explain you why. Thank you, guys. See you on the next episodes. Bye bye.